The business world is moving so fast. We've got so many different things coming out. And with all these different things happening, it's easy to get lost along the journey. It's easy to go from a social network to social network and just trying to find that next big thing, but in the process, sacrificing what you are already doing. And that could have been your big thing. So, how do we stay on the right path and see it to completion, see the results we've been wanting? That is what we're going to talk about in this video. Hello everyone, Marc Guberti from Breakthrough Success here, and we are going to talk about how do we stay on this path on the road to success. Because what happens is maybe you think about doing videos for your YouTube channel, then you see podcasting is hot, and then you move there, and then you move around to all these different places, lose consistency, and in the end it's just a lot of your content spread across a lot of places. Now, repurposing, it is important, and it is something that I do talk about in other videos, and I've even created a training course on the subject, but this is different. This is going from one idea to the next and just hopping from one to the next, hoping that you become successful. But in reality, success is when you pick an idea and you stick with it over the long term. So how do we stay with this idea when, in 1 year, maybe Instagram is the hot social network, the next year LinkedIn is the hot social network, and who knows what new social network is going to be created in the meantime. And, social networks is just one example. There are plenty of different ways to peel this banana. But the idea is that we're just bouncing around and not really sticking. We're not staying on that right path. And the easiest way to stay on that right path is to pick something that you enjoy doing. So, with Breakthrough Success, I've stuck with this podcast. I've never had a week where I just don't upload new episodes. Breakthrough Success is probably I've been the most consistent. I've put in the most time towards the podcast just because it's something that I enjoy doing. It's something that is relatively easy for me to do given the amount of episodes that I've done. Definitely, as you record more episodes, recording each new one becomes incrementally easier. So you got to have that enjoyment for what you're doing. But also, this is what a lot of people forget. You have to remember your why you got started. Now, I know a lot of people think about Simon with the TED Talk, and yeah, that's certainly part of it. Part of it is, how do you pitch yourself? You start with that why. But this is the why. It may not be the why that you lead with in your marketing, in your pitch delivery. It's the why that you tell yourself. Because sometimes you forget why you're doing what you're doing. Like maybe you forget why you're doing videos. You just know you keep doing them. But then it just becomes a little mindless in a sense. Just produce a new video, and you forget who you're serving. So why am I doing videos? I do that because I want to help people win at business and life. I want to impact as many people as I can while I have a chance to make the impact that I want to make. So that is part of my why. And if you remember that, if you put that into the forefront, it's easier to stick with it. Because a lot of people, they have this big why, they have this big motivation to start, but then in the middle, they forget about that initial motivation because, people are thinking about the next video they have to do. They're thinking about all of the technical. They're thinking about all the different things that they have to do without thinking about why they got into it in the first place. And I feel like the moment you lose focus of your why is when you lose focus on the path. You lose focus on the result, the goal that you're going after. So there are a lot of things with big payoff where, it takes years to achieve success. There are people, they get 100,000 downloads in 12 months. Catchy headline. Everyone certainly wants to be that kind of a headline. But the headline for most people is it took me 5 years. I struggled for a lot of them. And then I got the 100,000 downloads. And then I made the 6 figures. But, there's a lot of struggle in there. But that's not the headlines that we see. We see that outlier, 6 figures in a year, and we think we could all do that. And there are some people, like you're watching this video right now, you might be able to do that. You might be able to make 6 figures in 1 year. I'm not going to say that anyone can't do that, because there have been people who have been able to do that, but those are outliers. Most people, it takes a few years for it to happen. So if you remember why you're doing what you're doing and you really enjoy it, that is how you stay on the right path, and that is how you achieve that long-term success in the area that you are pursuing. So if you enjoyed this video, you want more, subscribe to the channel. Also check out Breakthrough Success on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and also on YouTube. We upload a lot of videos from past episodes. But in closing, what I want you guys to do is to dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today.